Alright everyone, hello, this is me Rachman. I'm gonna show you a tutorial how to connect your Mikrotik board to the internet. So your client above the Mikrotik board can get the internet access. In this case, I will use the router board 951G as you can see in here. So the internet will come into the port Ethernet number 1 and I will distribute the internet into port number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And before I do a configuration in this Mikrotik, I will reset this Mikrotik into default configuration. So the password will be admin, and so the username will be admin, and the password is 0 or nothing. So let's move to the next tutorial. Okay, the most important thing that you have to do when you want to configure a Mikrotik that has been configured before, you grab a pen and you grab a power adapter, the original power adapter from the Mikrotik itself, and before you plug the power adapter into source of the electricity, you find the section reset in here, the section reset button in here, as you can see. So that's a section of res, it stands for reset. And then I will punch down the reset button using the head of my pen. As you can see, you can use any pen for this. And the power adapter is not plugged into any source, so I will plug it. Okay, you will see a blink from the lights and you will heard some beeper inside of this, the sound of the beeper. Okay, so that's the sound of the beeper inside of my Mikrotik. So we can move into the next step, so we can connect this Mikrotik into the internet. Alright, and right now this is the topology. The Ether 2 cable connect to my laptop using Ethernet USB, and I will get the internet from the Ether 1 as I said before to another Mikrotik that has been configuration. So I had been configure some setting in there, so the Mikrotik will be distribute the internet into this tiny autobot. So right now I'm inside the WinWork application. So my Mikrotik has an IP address, a default IP address from the manufacturer is 192.168.8080.88 So we will connect using the MAC address. To connect using MAC address, you have to click on the IP address section and it will change to the MAC address of the device. And before you configure the Mikrotik using Winbox, you have to connect your UTP cable or the Ethernet cable using Ethernet 2, because in Ethernet 1 there is a default firewall from the Mikrotik itself to protect their own device, so no one can connect that using Ether 1, so you have to connect it using Ether 2. Okay, the password is nothing and the default user is admin. I will connect, and then after that I will close the previous step and I will go to IP section and I will go to addresses. Okay, this is a default configuration from the Mikrotik. So you have to remember the Mikrotik itself, when it has been reset to their own default configuration, there is still an IP address. So to make sure there is no default configuration, we go to System and we pick Reset Configuration and we choose No Default Configuration and we click Restore Configuration, and there is a warning system. Do you want to reset all your configuration and reboot? Yes. Okay, the Mikrotik will be disconnect to the internet and you will hear the beeper sound from my Mikrotik. Okay, I will cancel that. We wait for the Mikrotik reboot. and we can click refresh to know about the Mikrotik when it's ready. Okay, we had successfully reset our Mikrotik into no default configuration. It means the default configuration from the manufacturer has been deleted. So the IP address section will be 0000 and the identity will be default Mikrotik, and we only can connect using MAC address. So as you can see, the login is admin and the password is nothing. Now, in this case, we will go to system and we will go to identity and we will change the identity into something that you want. For example, my Mikrotik wants to place in first floor. So I will type first floor Mikrotik and we apply an OK. And then we go to IP section and we go to addresses. In this case, you can get an IP address from your ISP, router ISP, in two paths or two methods. First of all, you using static IP, and the second you using the dynamic IP. In this tutorial, I will show you how to using the dynamic IP. Your ISP router into your Mikrotik board using dynamic method. We click the IP section and we choose the DHCP client and we use plus sign in here to add. And since we use the Ether one for connecting our Mikrotik board to our ISP router, so you use Ether one and we apply and OK. So we will into new terminal and we will ping google.com. So in this case, we successfully ping a domain. So what about the IP? This is the private IP address for Google. Okay. So the tutorial is end, and thanks for watching.